of the 2011 NBA playoffs here in downtown Los Angeles, home of the two-time defending champion Lakers. A sellout crowd at the Staples Center as the LA Lakers will open up their playoffs against the New Orleans Hornets, a team they swept in their 4 games during the regular season. This just the second game of the Western Conference playoffs. Yesterday had one as Dallas with an impressive victory defeating the Portland Trailblazers. And good afternoon, everyone. Along with Mark Jackson and Jeff Van Gundy, Mike Breen on hand. Lisa Salters with us as well.
And defending the pick and roll, it's an ideal situation for Chris Paul. You take a look at his numbers across the board versus the Lakers. Spectacular numbers, and it's because of his strength, his ability to make plays, and I expect him to be spectacular in this series.
Let's take a look at our starting lineups brought to you by Taco Bell. The Hornets, the 7th seed, 46-36. They're without their leading scorer, David West, who's out with a knee injury. So Carl Landry gets to start in his place. Emeka Okafor is going to have a big series as well against this enormous Laker front line. 4 of the 5 starters for the Lakers started every game this season with the exception of Andrew Bynum. Bynum, of course, has had his injury problems. Hyperextended it last week.
Just a good read offensively, understanding that Chris Paul was trailing the play. Derek Fisher spots up and waits. How about Andrew Bynum? Beating the penetration, but does not give up on the play. On the offensive end, points to the sky, go get it. Keep it high and finish. Lakers on a 9-0 run. Lead this ball game by 1.
By Monty Williams, his first year as a head coach. Last 5 years was an assistant with Portland. He has preached defense from day one as he's gotten his opportunity to be the head man, and they have responded. It has been their calling card all season long. It's helped them deal with injuries, ups and downs, the sale of the team to the NBA, all sorts of things. They just keep defending hard. You see the huge improvement. Williams is a big part of that. Monty Williams, one of the youngest coaches, as he was a first-round pick in 19. They're behind the 8 ball already. West averaged 19 a game. As Phil Jackson will call his timeout. New Orleans, though, hanging tough here in the first period.
New Orleans game plan offensively, pick and roll, pick and roll, pick and roll. Get Chris Paul into the middle of the paint and then find the three-point shooters. Hornets up 2.
ESPN's presentation of the NBA playoffs on ABC, brought to you by the new 2012 Mustang, a whole new breed of car, and Buffalo Wild Wings, wings, beers, sports.
Game 1 from the Staples Center. The Hornets lead the Lakers by 2. New Orleans coached by rookie head coach Monty Williams says it's not always fun being a head coach. A lot easier when you have a great player like Chris Paul.
When you have a coach.
And the first turnover of the period for New Orleans turns into a bucket at the buzzer for the Lakers. Nice lead pass from Pau Gasol. So a number of good passes here in this opening period, many of them from Chris Paul, the all-star point guard with 8 assists in the first 12 minutes. First quarter complete. Hornets by 2.
Welcome back to Los Angeles.
Playoff basketball for the LA Lakers, but they trail by 9.
Thanks for watching ESPN on ABC, home of the NBA Finals.
Long playoff run. unlikely. And Jackson will call a timeout. He's going for another three-peat, which would be his fourth three-peat. Just absolutely amazing. As Phil Jackson and the Lakers trying to win their third straight title. Bryant, of course, looking for his sixth championship. Kobe Bryant so far 11 points and 3 assists. They lead by 7 and shooting 55% from the field. Chris Paul, the coach on the floor, sometimes the coach on the side. Continue on ESPN and ESPN2 Friday night, first at 7 Eastern. Paul Pierce and the Celtics go up against Carmelo Anthony and the Knicks at Madison Square Garden. And then at 8 Eastern on ESPN2, Dwight Howard and the Magic against Joe Johnson and the Hawks. And at 9:30 Eastern on ESPN, Lakers and Hornets. Game 3 of that series. NBA playoffs on ESPN and ESPN2. That's for a three-point play. And the Staples Center's been quiet with the exception of some boos.
You want to talk about playmaking and threading the needle? How about this one-hand bullet pass by CP3? Getting it done. That's how you run the quarterback position. 10 dimes in this first half.
ESPN's presentation of the NBA playoffs on ABC. Brought to you by Chevrolet and their award-winning cars, trucks, and crossovers. The new film Thor in theaters Friday, May 6, rated PG-13. And Applebee's. Applebee's is jazzing up the 2 for $20 menu with the all-new flavors of Bourbon Street.
Clinic here in this and then just stayed down, which is, you know, it's hurting. He's as tough as they come. And then Paul comes down, hits a three-pointer, and then the Lakers hit the three-pointer at the buzzer on a heave-ho to end the half. Got the T-Mobile halftime report coming up. Again, they'll talk about the Grizzlies shocking the Spurs. First half reaction, we'll get an update as well on Kobe Bryant, who appears to be okay now. But at the story in New Orleans, an 8-point lead. Chris Paul, 11 points, 10 assists here in the first half of Game 1. Slowly walking out of the Laker locker room, but apparently he's okay and will be on the floor to start the third period. As he hurt himself right at the end of the second quarter. Let's get an update from Lisa Salters.
Hey, Mike. Well, as you said, as Kobe was coming out of the locker room, a lot of guys will always tell you, I'm fine, I'm okay.
To shoot the three. Only the third turnover for the New Orleans Hornets.
Paul does a good job trying to stay in front of Bryant. Tries to draw the charge. Good balance by Bryant. Knocks it in. Hornets up 6. Kobe has 18.
Point lead over the Lakers. They lost all 4 in the regular season to the Lakers. But what a performance so far today, Mark.
Just outworking the Laker bigs. Take a look here. Rebound the basketball. Everybody's in position. You see Landry. What does he see ahead of him? We're going all access, baby. He sees a wide open lane. Runs the floor. Gets an uncontested dunk. Once again, bigs underneath. Who wants it more? Rebound the basketball. Off to the races. Take a look at Gray. Outworks Pau Gasol. Gets in position. Steals and finish. That is absolute horrid transition defense. Again. Rebound the basketball, look at Landry, and take a look at the Laker bigs, looking like they just hit a home run. They're in a trot. That's unacceptable. That's bad defense, but give the Hornets.
Timeout, New Orleans. 22 for Kobe Bryant.
Kobe Bryant, well defended by Trevor Ariza, finds a way to step through a miracle shot and then They help on Pau Gasol's post-up. He takes advantage of Ariza's closeout. Good hesitation dribble. The pull-up jumper. The neck is fine.
ESPN's presentation of the NBA playoffs on ABC. Brought to you by Toyota and KFC. Today is a KFC day, and today tastes so good.
Fortune and privilege makes you more sensitive about people that are not as fortunate. You know, the world is just really big, and there's a lot of people, and they're in need of help. And they're in need of people that care about them. That's why you have to be proactive and make sure you make a difference. To me, it's really special to be in that position.
Back in game one, Lakers down by 2. Pau Gasol, who's made all the difference since coming to LA and just dominated New Orleans during the regular season, having a rough outing so far this afternoon. Will take a lead going into the fourth. And the key reason, the brilliant play of one of the best point guards in the game, Chris Paul, 16 points, 13 assists, throwing 4 steals. Kobe Bryant leading all scorers with 27. We'll be back after this message and a word from our ABC stations.
Order just to slow him down.
And a timeout call by Phil Jackson. Aaron Gray playing with the foul trouble. The Mecca Okafor has made the most of his opportunity.
This is bad defense by the Lakers. Great offense by the Hornets, picking them apart. Gray comes up with a big-time hoop.
Thanks for watching ESPN on ABC, home of the NBA Finals.
They roll into yours. As we welcome you back, Staples Center in Los Angeles. And the Lakers having a tough time against a team they beat 4 straight in the regular season. They trail by 5.
Big story is the bench, plus 17 the game. Willie Breen, dribble penetration, getting into the seam. Garrett Jackson splits the pick and roll, another teardrop. Again, the vision. Breen gets to his spot, gets it off. Outworking the bigs and the entire unit. Gray, the ability to catch and finish. All 3 phenomenal what the bench has done for the Hornets.
Aaron Gray, his season high during the regular season was 10. He's already surpassed that. Gray's in his playing. Well, ESPN's coverage of Major League Baseball continues Sunday and Monday night. First at 8 Eastern. On Sunday Night Baseball, Rangers and the Yankees from the Bronx. And then on Monday Night Baseball, Brewers head to Philadelphia, face the Phillies. Major League Baseball on ESPN Sunday and Monday night.
Still gets the shot off. All you've done is open yourself up to second shots. You cannot beat the Lakers unless you can secure the ball.
ESPN's presentation of the NBA playoffs on ABC. Brought to you by BBVA Compass. Teamwork works at BBVA Compass and the NBA. Learn how at BBVACompass.com. And the U.S. Postal Service.
First at 7 Eastern, Paul Pierce and the Celtics against Carmelo Anthony and the Knicks at Madison Square Garden. Then at 8 Eastern, ESPN2, it's the Magic and the Hawks at 9:30 Eastern on ESPN. The Lakers and the Hornets, game 3 of that series. The NBA playoffs on ESPN and ESPN2. Meanwhile, Kobe Bryant here on ABC today.
Well, just a mistimed double team, and then Willie Green is just too small in the post. They played zone. Jarrett Jack gave him a little bit too much airspace. And the real problem is, once you try to get the ball out of his hands with a double team, you better make him pass, because if you don't, you're outnumbered and outsized on the offensive board. That miss leads to a Ron Artest second shot and to the foul.
But obviously, it is in the scouting report, or somebody's doing something wrong, because time and time again, Pau Gasol is left defending Chris Paul. And Paul says, "May I have this dance?" Breaks him down, the excuse me half space, knocks down the jump shot. Once again, one-on-one. Paul takes advantage of Powell. 22 points and 13 dimes. It's the CP3 show. Mama, there goes that man.
Eastern. On Sunday Night Baseball, Rangers and Yankees from the Bronx. Then on Monday Night Baseball, Brewers and Phillies from Philadelphia. Major League Baseball on ESPN Sunday and Monday night. Here this afternoon, second day of the 2011 playoffs. Chris Paul putting on a show, Mark.
And you look at the switch pick and roll. Now Pau Gasol has Paul, and Derek Fisher does his job. Now at this point, he gives it up. Get back to Chris Paul. Pau Gasol, get back to your man. The Lakers lackadaisical defensively. They're content with allowing Paul to be defended by Pau, and then Paul having his way. It cannot happen. You're doing the Hornets a favor by switching and leaving Gasol on
the court, ruling the ball going out of bounds, New Orleans. They announced a backcourt violation. Well, either way, New Orleans is going to call a time. It's their ball. 2:10 remaining here in the fourth. The Hornets, anxious moments for the Laker fans here in Los Angeles. Already the number one seed has lost at home. Memphis defeating San Antonio earlier today. And now the Lakers right now trailing by 6 with 2:10 remaining. Dallas winning last night. Oklahoma City and Denver later on tonight on TNT. Yeah, this one has been a terrific game led by the Chris Paul show. And the ball is right now New Orleans ball. And the ruling was it simply went out of bounds off of Kobe Bryant and the Lakers. Pau Gasol, meanwhile.
All right, thank you. Congratulations on the win. Mike.
All right, Lisa, the team with the least playoff experience pulls off the huge upset here in Los Angeles as the Hornets, behind rookie head coach Monty Williams, defeat the Lakers 109-100. For Mark Jackson, Jeff Van Gundy, Lisa Salters, and our entire ABC crew, this is Mike Breen saying so long from L.A. Now, except on the West Coast, stay tuned for ABC World News, all your local news over most of these ABC stations. And thanks for watching ABC, home of the NBA Finals.